Hi, Nixie here. Today we are going to talk about Miya HIMI Gouache. You probably already know about this gouache set and most likely seen a lot of videos about it in YouTube. So if you want to skip the unboxing or unwrapping part and swatching part of the video, I've put a timestamp in the comment section below. Just click the time there and you'll jump to the painting part where I also talk about what I think about these gouache. Before I forget, thanks to Weblight Dreams for explaining about the mini easel from my video mini art supplies slash stationery haul. They explained what I was trying to say about the tiny easel perfectly in the comments. That was what I was trying to say, but like English is not my first language, so I'm really sorry about that. But basically, it's supposed to be a display. It's supposed to hold pictures or finished artworks, and yeah, that was what I was trying to say. So thank you again to Weblight Dreams for helping me find the words that I was looking for at that video. Thank you so much. I found out about this gouache from Wünsche Drawing. If you don't know her already, she's also an artist YouTuber, and I think she was one of the first artist YouTubers who made a review of this gouache. So if you want a more professional review, go ahead to her video and maybe show your support to her as well. I left the link of the video down in the descriptions. I got these from Lazada, but as usual, if you don't have access in Lazada, yes, Amazon or AliExpress or whatever online shop that you have access to, pretty sure they are there. So a little backstory. I had Miya HIMI Gouache for a long time now. When I first seen it from Wünsche Drawing, I really wanted to buy some for myself. So I went to Lazada, but at the time they don't sell the set just yet. They only have a 100 ml individual cups. I think it's a refill or something, but that's what they only have, and the 30 ml refills as well. So I thought I'm going to buy 100 ml of black, white, yellow, magenta, and cyan or cyan. Guys, I always say cyan, so from now on I'm just gonna say cyan. Goku Super Saiyan 2. I can't say cyan, okay? Sorry. I used all my money to buy that. It's not that expensive. I'm gonna put the price on the screen right now. But that was my only money back then, so I bought 5 of that 100 ml. Black, white, lemon yellow, rose, which is the magenta, and spring cyan. But at the time as well, they didn't have pictures of the individual colors, so I really thought that this spring cyan is more blue than very pale green, because the spring cyan is very pale green. Maybe the spring says it's probably green, but I'm not thinking because there was the cyan there. So I thought, well, I can't use this. I just can't use this. And I don't have money to buy the cyan that I wanted, which is the acid blue. So I put it aside. I hid it from my vision and forgot about it till I actually had enough money to buy the whole set, because at the time where I actually got money, Lazada actually offers the whole set. It was available there eventually. And actually I had extra money that I also bought more colors that are not available in the 18 color set, which is not a good thing. Don't do that, because the beauty in using gouache and the fun of it is actually mixing the colors. And I'm sure to forget the extra colors that I bought. So I'm really still beating myself up about that. I could have saved that money that I used to buy those extra colors to buy like a decent paintbrush, but whatever, there's nothing I can do now. I'm just making sure that those extra colors are always out here in my vision, in my sight, so I don't forget to use them. So don't do that. If you're just gonna try out these gouache, just buy the 18 set, don't buy extra colors for now. Anywho, from all of the reviews that I watched about this set, they always say that it's only available in mint and pink container, but I think here in Asia or in the Philippines it's also available in yellow and blue. I'm not so sure, but maybe it's also available now there. Just go take a look if you're just wondering. I got the blue one because the mint was sold out. What a surprise. It's the first thing I noticed when I got these. It's very heavy compared to my other paint set. And I know it's because it's individual jelly cups, 30 ml each. But also the container, it's made out of thick plastic. It actually has its own tray inside, and you can also use the back of the lid as a mixing tray. But I'm not going to use those because, well, I like my mixing tray surface to be white. In that case, I can actually see the actual color that I'm mixing. So yep, I'm not gonna use that, and that's just gonna be messy anyway, and I don't think my OCD will love that. Also, when I was unwrapping these, immediately the first thing that I noticed is the inconsistency. Some of these cups are not filled to the top, especially the black 30 ml in the set. It has a significant space on top, like there's a lot of air inside that jelly cup. And some colors are really creamy and some are not. And obviously those very creamy colors got on the lid that you peel off. So I just stuck them on my sketchbooks and later on like play with them or just swatch them and just have a feel of the colors. I could have used it on another painting, but like that's fine, you know. I was feeling already overwhelmed about all the colors that I bought at the time, so I didn't really have like a clear vision of what I wanted to paint, so I just stuck it there on my sketchbook. When I got into swatching them, they weren't that opaque, but that's fine because you can build up and actually make it very opaque. But also I think that's probably just me not knowing the right ratio between the paint and the water. But the very thing that satisfied me so much when I was watching this and when I was just spreading the paints that I stuck on my sketchbook from the leads, the plastic leads of the individual cups, eventually those paints dried on the sketchbook, so I had to reactivate it, and they did reactivate really quickly, which is great. And when I was actually spreading it on the paper, I was so shocked to actually see that you can have a very flat result. Like, I've always thought that this is a very affordable gouache, and if it's that affordable, it must be kind of streaky. And if it's that affordable, obviously it's not going to have the best quality. But I was actually really surprised to see that you can have a very flat finish. So this is very good for the people who want that digital art looking painting. Some colors probably would be kind of more streaky, but there are really colors here that dried so flat, and I love it, especially the browns that you see here. or the ones that I said that were very creamy. About the pigment information of this gouache, I'm going to be honest, I'm not into researching about that thing. It's like it has numbers and I'm repelled by numbers when I see them. It's like when it's looking mathematical or scientific, I nope out of that subject. So I'm not very interested in that just yet. Maybe I will in the future. I'm more like a trial and error right now since forever. But luckily for you, I did hear from Arlie Bean. She's another artist YouTuber, and I'm pretty sure you already know her. But she did say that there wasn't any pigment information from the Miya company's official website. So there's that. And I would say that the light fastness of these paints are not going to be great. If you use this, you may want to just keep it inside your sketchbook or somewhere that is safe from the sun. Ooh, she's like me, she hates the sun. I may have forgotten to say the colors that are in the set and the extra colors that I got, so I will just leave a photo of the swatches that I did. It includes the names. I will say though that I love the fact that the set has two whites in it. One white, which is I think you use for mixing to lighten up colors, and the other one is titanium white, and I usually just use those for highlighting, or if you want a more opaque light color, that will be amazing too. So yeah, there was actually a little bit of an issue, by the way, and it's not just from the store where I got these from. Their link is down in the description as well. They're really accommodating. You can literally message them and they will reply to you. It's a store in Lazada. I think it was Fantastic Bean. So there was an issue that I encountered with one of the 100 ml colors. You see, I got 100 ml turquoise, but instead I received something that has spearmint as a name, while I did order a 30 ml spearmint. So I was like, did they just give me two spearmint, or the 100 ml spearmint was supposed to be the turquoise? Because I did notice that the 100 ml spearmint was more turquoise-ish than the 30 ml spearmint. So I did message the store and they're like, oh yeah, they told me that they had a mess up there and told me to sell the 100 ml spearmint as turquoise because it was the turquoise. There was just a mess up there. So yeah, it turns out I did get the right colors. It's just the container has a wrong name in it. So if you ordered that in Lazada as well, I don't know if it's only in here in the Philippines, probably in another country as well, but yeah, that was a thing. Just make sure to like contact your seller first. It was also the turquoise 100 ml that had a significant air inside as well. So what do I think of these gouache set? Well, I think it's really great for someone who was just beginning to play with gouache. It really is, because for one, it's really affordable and you get a lot of paints with little amount of money, and they're actually very easy to use. It's just, if an art material doesn't give you any stress when you're using them, then that means it is a really good medium for you to practice on. And I really didn't stress about these paints. They're very vibrant, they're very creamy, and what I love about it most is that when they're wet, they are the same color as they dry. Because I always hear, and I've always kept that in the back of my mind, that apparently in gouache, if the color is light while wet, they tend to darken up when they dry. And dark colors while wet tend to lighten up. And I did mention that you can work around it to make the paints super flat if that's what you're looking for in a gouache painting. And most importantly, on my part at least, it's not chalky at all. The other cheap gouaches that I've tried before are so chalky because gouache are supposed to dry matte, but those low grades gouaches that I tried, they dry matte but they turn really chalky. So when they dry, you touch them, the colors are transferred into your fingers and everything it touches, and that's like my biggest pet peeves about cheap art materials. But this one really dries matte and beautiful. I also actually suggest this to the people who already have probably their preferred gouache, but if they're looking for a set that they can just throw around, and happy to use for planning, sketching, or making ugly paintings, as what I call it, then yes, go get this gouache set. Kind of feel awkward saying this because if you're just like me who already watched a lot of review about this Miya HIMI Gouache, you'll probably just hearing the same thing over and over. And I feel like, and I am definitely just saying the things I've already heard many times from other people. But yeah, because I totally agree with them. It's not a waste of money at all. You can definitely use this pretty much a lot. And they're so cute aesthetically. And I'm just gonna show you this russet red. Look at it. It looks like chocolate pudding. And it's in a jelly cup. So please keep out of reach from kids. They're really gonna think this is like chocolate or something like that. It really does look like food. This color red russet was supposed to be like pinkish nude in the photo. That's why I kind of got it. But when it arrived, it's just nude color, or milk chocolate color. So yeah, it just really looks like food. So like, keep out of reach of children. But what can I say? I love it. Just love it. Go ahead and try it yourself. You're gonna love it too. And I'm really hoping that my voiceover is not all over the place, because I feel like I am all over the place. I have been having a difficulty recording. But yeah, I'm really sorry for this amateur video. Thanks for watching. Sorry for my rambling. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye guys. Take care.